Well, good morning, viewers. Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist on the Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia. Thank you for joining me as we head out. Well, how are you? Are you going to work there this year? No. What doing? Yeah. Gee, you're getting... I couldn't even recognise you. Starting to grow. Good. That's good. Yeah, it is. There's southerly coming through today. Big one. Yeah. It's going to get up to 30 knots. Yeah. Anyway, good on you. I'll catch up with you. Alright, viewers. Alright, let's go. Very calm at the moment. Big winds predicted for today. Big winds predicted. Well, thank you for joining me. You're with Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison on the Central Coast, on the New South Wales Central Coast. We're on the Brisbane Water at Gosford. I am going to take you to some other destinations in the next couple of videos. After this wind comes through, we're going to let this wind come through. We're going to wing today. You'll see footage on the channel. And I don't know if you can see the blue moon just in between the clouds there. They called it the blue moon, the moonrise yesterday in the east, which is that side. That's the west to the mountains as we wait for sunrise. I think with sunrise coming, we might... No, we'll go this way. Yes, the moon's just hidden in behind the clouds. We might see more of that before the puddles ended. One of the things that I do want to remind my viewers of is to keep well. If you don't exercise, at least eat well. You can't force people to do things, but you can advise a light walk, 20-minute walk at your pace. That helps. And eat well. Plenty of sleep. These things aren't hard. Plenty of sleep. Clear-mindedness. Work on your mind being clear. Help yourself with that. And little hobbies. I'm not sure what your hobbies are. This is one of mine. It's kill the turd. I call this a kill the bird with two stones hobby. I'm exercising and I'm doing a hobby at the same time. I hope you're enjoying the scenery this morning. We're at sunrise. It's now 20 past 6 in the morning as I set my watch for the paddle. And just those tips again. Eat well. That's not hard. A 20-minute walk at your pace. That's not hard, I wouldn't think. And the third one was plenty of rest, plenty of sleep. never hurt anybody, and hobbies. None of those things are hard. It's just a matter of discipline, how much you're prepared to discipline yourself to do those things. So God bless you this morning in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the God I follow. He's alive. I hope you're alive and well. As we head into the wind now, there's a light morning breeze. This is going to stiffen to 10, 20 and then 20 to 30 knots. We will be on the water winging today as the sun comes up on the mountains there. Fantastic scenes here. The scenery must look spectacular through the camera as we cross to the other side of Brisbane waters. I hope those that are in a relationship, that everything's going well. If there is some unresolved, confront the issue before the issue confronts you. I've always stood by that. I believe in that. I learned that at a young age. Confront the issue before the issue confronts you, because it will. Confront the issue before the issue confronts you, because it will. Isn't that spectacular? Sunrise, as the sun now is heading down towards water level. The mountain's lit up. I'll turn shortly and we will see the sun rising. Just let me remind you, these waters are shark infested. You can't swim in these waters. I don't want to fall in. There's plenty of jelly blubbers again today, and they are stingers. The jelly blubbers here do sting. They'll give you a painful sting, but not a deadly one. That building over there, there's a green building and a little white building on its right side. That is Central Coast Marine Rescue there. And they do a fantastic job to help people. We will see the sun very shortly. So I hope, as I said before, your relationship's going really well. You're in touch in the right ways with the person. Now, I'm not speaking to those that are just jumping around from one person to the next. No. Your life will end up where it deserves to, and that's being tossed to and fro like the wind, the Bible says. And those people age sooner. They suffer from disease more, including sexual disease. A lot of people now are still, according to my sister who works at the hospital, getting sexual diseases by negligence. Excuse me, that train there, viewers, are the workers going to Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. I'm sure you've heard of Sydney. It's 1 hour, 20 minutes from here by train. As we are almost about to receive the sun. Sunrise, sunset is when the fish really go on the bite. It's just an instinct to kill the conception, Bundy, and it didn't work. Now, I'm not a medical doctor or anything, but that would say to me something serious would have happened to that child. I don't care what anyone says. If you take all the necessary medication, poisons and chemicals to kill a child, look at that, viewers, and the child doesn't die, surely there's got to be some kind of negative effect on that child and its development. Well, another thing was, when Bundy was 8 years old, he got the next door neighbour's cat, tied it up, and poured gasoline on it and set it alight, and thought it was wonderful. Look at all the... can you see the jelly blubbers now? Look at them all. It's thick. You do not want to fall in there right now. Look at all the jelly blubbers all around us, everywhere. Look at them all over there. Wow, that's probably the thickest I've ever seen them here at Gosford. They come in from the ocean. So then, when Bundy was around, I think it was 14 or something like this, one of the young girls from a house near where he lived, just around the corner or something, went missing. They think that Bundy may have started killing when he was as young as 12, 13 or 14. They don't know. There's so many mysteries about this man. All I'm trying to say is, he used alcohol. Bundy was rejected by a girl that he liked when he was young, and so was Hitler. Not many of you people know that Hitler, apparently his first girlfriend was a Jewish girl. Get this, was a Jewish girl who rejected him, and he didn't take it well. Neither did Ted Bundy. And in one of those documentaries, I think it said that when Bundy would kill these girls, look at all the blue jelly blubbers, he would indirectly pretend, or something of the nature, that he was killing the girl that rejected him, his first girlfriend. Interesting, isn't it? Drugs and alcohol, substances, medications that alter the mind. Right, and people are taking it today like a joke. Can cause psychological changes that create violence. That's an overt form of what's going on in the mind. Anger, the silent treatment, and then you got the covert ones, the silent treatment, resentment, bitterness, conceitedness, hatred, envy, jealousies, and the like. These are the ones that build up in the mind of the person, frustrate them to the point where they begin to act out, by way of release, they act out what these torments are encouraging them to do. A lot of people think that dope and all this thing's bringing them peace. If you really get underneath it and get to the reality of it, It's not. It's not. People are now using the excuse of medications and all this for their habits. No, that's just a convenient way of covering up the fact that they like them. I know this for a fact. I've been around long enough. I knew as a young bloke, these people love their drugs and their alcohol. That's why they do it. Because I know women, a friend of mine, actually, he was telling me the other day, his partner went through a terrible time with cancer and everything, but was determined to get off the medications and go straight. She did. She said she's never felt better. She said the side effects of the medications and things were just not worth what they were trying to do with them, and she got off them. I know it's very simple language and the way in which I'm putting it across, but people are destroying themselves. They're destroying their thinking. They're distancing themselves within themselves from who they really are. They're lackadaisical, lazy, and they're nasty. Drugs turn people nasty. This is my point. They really do. Underneath the nastiness and the hatred, the paranoid mindsets and hatred, hostility that's going on in these people's minds, particularly if they come across somebody that's not going to just go along with the game, because it becomes a game where everybody's emotionally in submission to the person who's the moodiest, the bully, the covert narcissistic bully. If you don't play their game, mate, you are really stirring the pot. And if they can't get you directly, they'll find a way. They'll get you indirectly. They'll get you through your relationship. They'll get you. That's my point. As the sun climbs behind the clouds, here comes the wind. This could be the start of the wind that we're waiting for. We might get an early winging session in, viewers. And so my point is, yeah, okay, there's doctors prescribe medications for people, and that's fair. Got no problem with that. It's a necessity. But these people that are using the excuse of medicinal when it's not, it's just become a habit, and they're protecting their habit by guising it under the title of medicinal. And I've seen these people. They're dangerous. They're just dangerous. They're psychologically unreliable. They'll turn up in the physical, but they're psychologically not there. That's what I mean by psychologically unreliable. They're detrimental to themselves. They're harming themselves, which means they're working in the opposite way to what Jesus said. There's Kimmy walking along there. The opposite way to what Jesus said, which was to love your neighbour as yourself. Well, these people are maiming themselves, which is the devil's way of putting it. Maim your neighbour as yourself. You're supposed to love your neighbour as yourself. So if you're maiming yourself through drugs and everything, these people, one way or another, will encourage you to do that, because they don't want to die alone. There are a lot of greedy drug addicts that don't want to share. It's too expensive. But if you're in a tribe and they're all into it, you'll see the poor ones begging the drugs off the ones that are responsible. Can I have? Do you mind? I'll pay you back. It's quite pathetic, really. If you can come back to yourself, bring your energy back to yourself, stop allowing these substances and things that you've become addicted to, alcohol and stuff, from altering your mind and changing the path of your life. Stop making excuses for harmful addictions. Seek the Lord while he may be found. That's dependent on you. It's not like he's going to disappear. It's like you've got limited time to be able to do that. Wakey, wakey. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, Proverbs says. Lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will establish your path. So he can re-establish the direction that your life's supposed to go in. But you can't have both. You can't have drug addictions and alcohol going on and a relationship with God, because you're interfering with his influence over your life. You're not in touch with yourself. He'll get you back out, but it's up to you. Only you can choose. This is Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, Theologist. If you've enjoyed this video, consider subscribing or pressing the like button on the video, on the YouTube. You're welcome to share if you think this will help someone. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.